feel like your nervous system is stuck in a fight or flight mode, even when you're safe, there's a scientific explanation for why. I'm Annie Hopper, and when I created the dynamic neuroretraining system, I was searching for answers to my own health struggles. And what I found was that many symptoms can be traced back to something called limbic system impairment, which is also known as central sensitization. And the limbic system is made up of many structures like the amygdala, the hippocampus, and the hypothalamus, and they act like the brain's alarm system. And its job is to scan for danger and activate the stress response. And normally is a good thing and it protects us. But when the limbic system is impaired, it's like a faulty home alarm system, and it goes off with the smallest trigger, even when there's no real danger present. And that's why your nervous system can feel kind of stuck on high alert. The body keeps releasing what we call at DNRS, CAN chemistry. That's hormones and neurotransmitters like cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine. And what they do is it fuels inflammation, fatigue, and pain. But the good news is that we can retrain this system. And by practicing structured brain exercises, you teach your nervous system to stand down. You strengthen the pathways that produce what we call at DNRS dose chemistry. So dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins. And these are the chemicals that signal safety, connection, and repair. And new research shows that this isn't just theory, it really works in practice. At the University of New South Wales, scientists developed a program called PainWave. And it's an interactive brain training game designed for people with chronic nerve pain. And here's how it worked. Participants wore an EEG headset that read their brain waves. And the game responded in real time. So when someone's brain shifted into a calmer, healthier rhythm, the game rewarded them. So over time, people learned how to guide their own brainwave activity. It was almost like physical therapy, but for the brain. And the results were striking. Participants reported less pain, improved sleep, and a better quality of life. And all of this without relying on medication. So what this study shows us is that when you train the brain to send accurate signals, the nervous system calms down and symptoms can improve dramatically. And that's the same principle at the heart of DNRS. We are using structured practice to reset false alarms and restore balance. In DNRS, we talk about something called POPs, or pathways of the past. And these are old thoughts, emotions, or behavior loops that continue to keep the nervous system stuck in a stress response. For clarity, I need you to know that these patterns are not your fault. They are the result of a miswired brain. But by learning to recognize, redirect, and not fear your POPs, you can create the space to form new neural pathways. And think of POPs as like your brain's default programming. Maybe you notice yourself worrying or bracing for danger, or maybe even checking your body for symptoms. These are like well-traveled circuits. It's like muddy ruts in a road, and the brain basically falls back into that rut automatically. But here's the key. POPs can be false alarms and not actual or accurate reflections of what's going on in the present. Once you recognize them for what they are, you can stop fueling them. And while we need To recognize and redirect POPs, it's just as important not to fear them, because fear only strengthens the very pathway that we're trying to change. So instead, I invite you to think of POPs like guests staying at a hotel. They may check in, but they don't actually live there. And you may notice them at the door and acknowledge them with calm curiosity, and then redirect your focus. They'll be gone soon enough. And when you welcome POPs in this way, not resisting and not fearing, you actually take away their power. Now, having said that, I recognize that not every sensation should be brushed aside, because new or severe or urgent symptoms might deserve medical attention. But many recurring or familiar symptoms can be tied back to limbic system impairment or simply misfiring of the brain's alarm system. So try this exercise. Next time you notice yourself worrying or checking your body for symptoms, just pause and gently remind yourself, this may just be my brain sending a false alarm. Then redirect your focus. Put on a favorite funny video or recall a joyful memory, or even simply take 3 deep breaths, or name 3 things that you're grateful for. The result? Removing fear and shifting your attention can assist the nervous system to move out of survival mode and into growth and repair. This helps in setting that faulty alarm. And brain retraining isn't just about ignoring symptoms. It means teaching your brain to send accurate signals of safety. And when that happens, your body can do what it's naturally designed to do: heal.